All right, we should be live. We're going to find out shortly. Let's go to Twitch dashboard. There we go. I think I did it. No, I did not. Where is it? Why am I having trouble finding my Twitch dashboard? That's kind of sad. Found it. It says we're live. We're going to trust them. All right, apparently I'm watching my own channel. That's not the page I wanted. That's fine, though. Okay. Actually, I should double check that we're representing the right deck, because it might say Chart and Shoal, and I'm playing Traverse right now. Or rather, I will be playing Traverse in a moment. Let's see. Take me to my Twitch page. Here we go. And it says, does not say Shoal. That's fantastic. All right. We have not streamed for about a month, I think. But we're streaming today, so there's that. Let's hop in a game. I'm going to pull up the deck. It's my same Traverse list from the last time I played it. Not sure what changes I would make. Not sure what changes have happened in the meta exactly. Looks like Humans is really popular, so there's that. Beyond that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to be streaming every week from now on, as I evidently haven't been recently. Our opponent does not want to join. I am going to try to get in at least a league every 2 weeks, I think. Matchmaking failed. I have never seen that. But I don't know if we're going to be playing one every single week. Now that I'm done school, time constraints are, I think, a little more severe. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to go back to the deck, because we might have to wait a bit. About the deck. Still not sure how much I like Curious Obsession. I do board it out quite a bit. Click is another card I'm not sure on. I like it. It doesn't always do work, though. And I don't know if it's worth giving it a slot. We are on the play. And this hand looks great. I would prefer having 2 blue sources before 2 green sources, but that's okay. Let's grab a basic island. Don't think we're going to need to worry about double red, especially since we don't have any red cards as of yet, so we'll just keep our life total nice and safe. Put down a Delver, go to the opponent. Next turn, we'll see about getting a Hooting Mandrills down. Might end up using Delver Scry with a Thought Scour. Treetop Village tapped. Probably a mid-range deck, maybe Stompy. Love revealing that Mana Leak. Let's hold up Mana Leak while holding up Thought Scour. Not going to shock here because I don't know if I care to. So playing out the basic forest seems fine. We could get punished for it if we end up scouring into something. I might want to just leave that Scooz alone, so I think I'm going to let it resolve. I think I'd rather hold up the Mana Leak for something like a Liliana of the Veil. We scoured into a land. Well, we have that second blue source I was talking about. We can go Mandrills, hold up Mana Leak, which seems quite nice. Definitely want to get Mandrills down soon because of that Scavenging Ooze. I think we're going to fetch out a Steam Vents here. And let's just clean out that graveyard. They scooped. Cool. Let's go to game 2. I'm assuming we're up against a black-green deck, so we're going to sideboard as such. Probably a couple of Blood Moons, because we don't know if they're on 3 colors. Pyroclasm doesn't seem great. Click I like. Spreading Seas we probably don't want, since we don't know if they're actually on a 3-color mid-range deck. Huntmaster, Basilisk Collar, EE, all great. Click is great against mid-range decks. I think I want just these. Let's see what I have for black-green decks in my sideboard sheet. Obsession. No, I want to see in first. 2 Blood Moons. Pyroclasm. Okay. And I do supposedly bring in Spreading Seas. Okay. I will just go ahead and trust myself. Don't know if I'm going to trust myself with Pyroclasm, but we'll see what we're taking out. Probably a lot of counterspells. Curious Obsession, I like dropping because of all the spot removal they're going to have. Thought Scour, we'll see. Echoing Truth, I am very on board with. That card's probably going to be bad here. And 6 counters, both leaks. 2 denials, and both snares. Think I'm happy to leave the 3rd Scour in and just not board in this Pyroclasm since we don't know what the opponent's on. So I'm going to board like that. This hand isn't great, but it's probably fine. Don't want to mulligan if we don't have to against this opponent. Looks like they are in fact on Jund. We're going to make Blood Moon very bad and grab a Breeding Pool here to play out this Delver. Put down a Mishra's Bauble, but we're not going to crack it just yet because we don't have to. Well, we're definitely not cracking it because on our turn because we want Delver Scry. Well, now that doesn't matter. Still probably not going to crack it, though, in case they have a Tarmogoyf. Although, in all honesty, I probably value getting my cards sooner over their Goyf being slightly bigger. Yeah, 3-4, 4-5, not a huge difference here. I think that's just fine. Probably worth cracking this. They have a Scavenging Ooze coming. We're probably going to want to bolt that. Another Lightning Bolt and another Red Source. I'm not going to crack the fetch yet. I kind of want to, but I'm not going to. Let's bottom both of these lands. I'm very much torn because I would like to have a Lightning Bolt up for that Scavenging Ooze when it comes down. But I also don't want to fetch Shock if I don't have to. In all honesty, we're probably pretty close to dead this game, which is quite unfortunate. We have 6 cards in hand and the game's barely begun. But I'm assuming they have Liliana, all that good stuff, yeah. What are we going to do? Bolt Liliana? We can discard... I don't know. It's definitely not the land. It might be the Serum Visions. I need the EE to deal with Goyf. I think it's the Visions. I think we end step Bolt Liliana. We're going to Bolt Liliana, untap, play EE on 2, Bolt Liliana again. They play Scavenging Ooze. We're eventually going to bolt that and crack this. Target that. That's still weird. I don't think I'm going to get used to targeting Planeswalkers for a very long time. Basilisk Collar will be good eventually. If they have another Liliana, we're probably just in terrible shape, but what are you going to do? Think I'm going to grab a basic island off of this Flooded Strand now, since double red is no longer a big issue. X equals 2. Soon enough, we're going to kill that Tarmogoyf. We're probably just going to die, but we're going to do our best to not die. Delver and Collar. That's not bad. We're going to leave up that Lightning Bolt, I think. Unfortunately, we have to chump with this Delver. If they have any spot removal, we're dead. Probably shouldn't have played out the Collar. That was bad. That was a misplay. Yeah, we don't deserve to win that. Alright. Should have gone Delver, crack EE. Playing out the Collar was silly. Did not think enough. Definitely did not think enough. We're going to go to -1. All right. Now we know the opponent's on Jund. So let's see how that changes things once MTGO catches up and realizes we're dead. Thank you very much. Let's see. What do we do against Jund? I want to board out a bunch of Thought Scours. Apparently I only board out one Spell Snare. I guess Jund does have a lot of 2 CMC spells. We'll see. Don't know how much I like that. I do know that I board in a bunch of stuff against Jund. We're going to want this Mountain. Blood Moon, sorry, not Mountain. It's going to make mountains. All 3 Blood Moons, Spreading Seas. Not that much changes. I'm boarding in an extra Blood Moon and a Spell Snare. And I'm taking out 3 Thought Scours. I'm not sure how my Jund plan compares to my green-black plan, but the math doesn't add up there. We're looking at 9 cards out for 9 cards in. 3 Blood Moon, 1 click. Spreading Seas. Did I not bring in Spreading Seas? I did. I am very confused. What did I do? Alright. Can I reset? No. We're going to take out all the sideboard cards and do this again. Because I do not know what happened in the midst of boarding for black-green. Blood Moon's back out. Spreading Seas out. Bring in the counter spells. I don't care where they go because I'm going to find them anyways. I just want to go back to my 60. Mana Leak, and Basilisk Collar. Okay. Cards that come in. These 9. Cards that come out. 1 Spell Snare, 2 Mana Leaks. Does Echoing Truth stay? That's it. Echoing Truth stays. Why do I want Echoing Truth against Jund, but not green-black? That doesn't make sense. That should not be. We're going to keep a Thought Scour, get rid of Echoing Truth. I don't think I want to bounce Liliana's. And that's the only thing that really comes to mind. I mean, you can bounce Tarmogoyfs, but that's not fantastic. And black-green plays those anyways, so what's the difference there? I don't know what I was thinking. We're going to be on the play, and we're going to keep this. I'm going to start off with a Steam Vent here, play a Delver of Secrets. Turn 2, we might traverse out an island to go Blood Moon on 3. That all depends on how much discard they're packing and whether or not they get rid of it, though. Definitely want to start on Delver and not traverse. Tarmogoyf. Well, that begs the question. I do want a basic forest. I don't know what spell I want to cast. I think I just put Goyf down. But being able to Blood Moon next turn is pretty attractive. We have Dismember, so we could kill whatever they play. Think I'm going to go for Blood Moon. Let's grab an island. This is probably going to tip them off that we have Blood Moon. Inquisition no longer matters. Yep. Raging Ravine. So Blood Moon would still be pretty good. Let's untap. We're probably just going to be playing Goyf here. Ooh, Goyf plus Delver. I like that. I like that quite a bit. And Blood Moon off the top looking very nice too. Even Spreading Seas would be great here. I would Spreading Seas a Swamp. Don't know if I'd rather hit the Ravine though. Turning that off is pretty nice. Cutting Jund off of black mana sounds great though. Puts them way off of Liliana. Now they have to choose between a basic forest and a black source. I like that. What do we got, Delver? Mandrills. No reveal. We are going to swing, though. Our opponent has 5 cards in hand, so I'm assuming they have a bunch of interaction. Oh, they went for the basic instead of Liliana mana. We can't stop that. We're going to have to discard a card? Sure. Let's get rid of Forked Bolt. They know our last card is Dismember. I do believe I just want to slam Mandrills here. What are we going to delve? Instant, land, sorcery. So we want to leave creature, enchantment. Probably get rid of the traverse. Yeah, that works. I want to watch out for our own traverses. Sorry, our traverses. I don't think Jund plays any. Obzon sometimes does. I want to keep an eye on traverse, but I think our main concern is Goyf and having bolt effects for Snapcaster Mage here. Abrupt Decay. Yup. You got it. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Goyf out of the opponent, but they can't block Mandrills with it anyways due to Dismember. So that seems fine. And our own Goyf. Let's swing. Yep. Usually Jund decks win the Goyf fight, given that their removal is way better than ours, so they can just kill our Goyfs and then their Goyfs do whatever they like. But if they don't find anything very good, Dismember is going to do a lot of work here. I'm hoping this isn't a Liliana, but it looks like a Liliana. What do we even get rid of? I think I just have to sack the Tarmogoyf. If we sack Mandrills, they wall our Goyf for as long as they like. Well, we use Dismember to trade off with it, but that's not even very good. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Mandrill's also impervious to a lot more of their removal spells. Not sure if I want to kill Liliana. Flooded Strand. Well, if we don't kill Liliana, we're probably holding on to that. So I think I might attack Liliana, play out the Flooded Strand, get rid of Liliana so that we have 4 lands for an eventual Huntmaster. We also have to watch out for Raging Ravine. That's a definite concern. They can activate one of those next turn. So maybe we just attack them. Keep the Flooded Strand in hand. Hope to burn them out. I think that's our best play. Don't think we're winning the long game here with those Raging Ravines in play. Otherwise, maybe. Ooh, Bloodbraid Elf. Into Grimflayer. Well, we're probably dead. Lily takes up. We discard a land. And if we take this attack, we can't dismember. So how do we respond? We can dismember Bloodbraid Elf. That's not fantastic. We can dismember Tarmogoyf, which saves us a life. I really just want to dismember that Grimflayer, but we can't do that. So I think we just don't have any outs. Vapor Snag would be very good here, but we don't play that. If we dismember this, we take 3 and 4, we go down to 4. We're out of bolt range, which doesn't matter. I need an answer to this that also gets us an extra point of damage in. And I don't believe we play any of those. Goyf. They just make us sack something. We're dead. Well, we tried. Jun did Jun things. Alright. Let's update OBS and hop into the next game. Not sure if there are any... There are probably plenty of changes to make to the deck now that I think about it, but I don't know what they actually would be. I'm not super happy about how it is against mid-range decks, but that's probably just biased from the fact that we just got trounced in Game 3. I think it's fine against mid-range, especially with the traverses. Aggro, I'm not really happy about. Specifically humans. The Game 1 humans matchup is very bad. I don't like it at all. We have too many counterspells in the main deck, which unfortunately is kind of something we have to have, so I'm not sure how we would get around to making the Game 1 humans matchup better. I think we just have to work on post-board against humans. We have 4 lands, but we have a bunch of threats. If they're on aggro, Goyf doesn't even block that well here. But you know what? If they have a bolt, it's probably taking out Delver first. I kind of want to keep this. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Don't know if I should, but I'm going to. Turn 1 Delver is definitely our play. If we hit a sorcery, this hand's also pretty aggressive. Turn 1 Delver, turn 2 Goyf, unclaimed territory. Alright, humans. Let's see how we do. This definitely isn't a hand that interacts well with humans, but at least we have a bunch of creatures we can throw down. Wooded Foothills, that's not what we wanted to see. Let's grab a forest. We're going to play a Tarmogoyf. Poke them for 1, and this is where it's probably going to get bad. I imagine we could be seeing Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage would be so terrible for us. Bounce Goyf, we can't cast either of them. They don't know our only other spell is a Tarmogoyf, so there's that. Looks like a Reflector Mage. Bounce Delver? Maybe? Hopefully bounce Delver. Don't think they bounced Delver, but they might. They did not. Alright, we're just going to hope to draw a very good spell. That's not one of them, but at least we get to transform. Fetching out a land tapped and playing a land tapped is going to be basically the same thing, so it doesn't really matter which land we throw down there. I'm just going to use the Flooded Strand to get a Steam Vents. Actually, I should get a Breeding Pool with it. Maybe. Should have played the Misty and gotten a Stomping Ground. It did matter. I want double green next turn. It is relevant. I did not realize it was relevant, but it is. Freebooter is going to take our Spell Snare. Not that that's very... Oh, you know what? I should have Spell Snared the Freebooter. Snare would have gone into the graveyard and we would have an instant. I did not think of that. Yeah. Now they named Tarmogoyf. We are going to get run over. Granted, they could have named Tarmogoyf anyways, but I could have played slightly better, I think. It's entirely possible I should have just mulliganed that 7, but I don't know. We're going to take 3 thanks to Exalted, and I think we're just going to die. Like I said, humans not a good matchup. Gets worse when your only spells are Tarmogoyfs. I think I'm just going to scoop. We're very dead. Very, very dead. Yeah, we're not going to play this out. Let's see what we're bringing in. Fortunately, we have a lot of stuff to board in against humans. Some Artifact Hate for the Vials. Where is it? 5-color humans. Oh, I don't think my humans plan is finalized. It says I'm bringing in Ceremonious Rejection, but that is not correct. Alright, EE's good, Basilisk Collar's good, Huntmasters are good, we want Sweepers. I want some Blood Moon, 1 or 2. Vendilion Click bad, don't want Counterspells. Spreading Seas doesn't seem fantastic. I think we want these 10. What are we going to cut? Nux actually might stay. I'm not sure on Nux. I kind of like it here and I kind of don't. We have plenty of counters, though, that we can cut, so I think we're going to start there. We're going to assume they're not on the Collected Company version, so Stubborn Denial is not going to stay. Chances are they don't have any non-creatures for it. Spell Snares, Mana Leaks, those can all go, so that's an easy 8. Although I'm not entirely sure about Curious Obsession. I do like clocking humans, because if you let them build up a big board, they're just going to have a bunch of synergy and you're going to get run over. So I do like clocking them, but I don't think this is an Obsession matchup. Roast is good. I think I want Echoing Truth, but I could see cutting it. Don't really want to cut any Scours. Let's drop that. Maybe one Scour. Although our curve is going higher. Maybe we just go one Blood Moon. I kind of want both. Usually I only board in one max, and I would like to try out having a couple. It's not always good, but sometimes it's amazing against humans. Let's take out a Scour and do that. Be on the play again. That hand is perfectly fine. We're going to grab a Steam Vents with that Wooded Foothills because I would love for Anger of the Gods to be a good card. Engineered Explosives is not going to let us pass priority. Probably my least favorite thing about Engineered Explosives. Alright, they have the Aether Vial this game. Off of Horizon Canopy, Misty. That's actually not that bad. Think we're gonna crack Misty, grab an island, go for Visions? That's probably what we want to do. We found the Lightning Bolt, which is great. I kind of want Breeding Pool, but I don't think I'm going to top my 4th land. I am going to top Roast, because it's a good removal spell, and it transforms Delver. Let's go to the opponent. Hopefully we'll be able to kill something here. If they just hold up a Vial activation, I'm going to be a little sad. Mostly because Roast is a sorcery spell. Chances are, if they just hold it up, we're not going to do much. Thalia also going to be very annoying. There's Thalia. Alright. Our entire turn is going to be spent roasting. Or we could go Bolt, play, Stomping Ground tapped. That's not bad. We're definitely going to show that off. And hit the opponent in the face. I also almost want to just hold on to my Lightning Bolt because Thalia is not a very fast clock. So if they... No, they would have vialed in Champion of the Parish before Thalia. They don't have that. They could have Noble Hierarch. That's possible, but they don't have Champion. That or they just messed up. But I'm going to assume they didn't mess up. So if we think they don't have Champion, their clock's not going to be super fast, so maybe we just deal with Thalia anyways. This being an instant is something I kind of want to hold on to just because of Aether Vial. But Roast is also just much more powerful. And this lets us play our land tapped, so I think we're going to do that. They have a response. It's Hierarch. Sure. Hierarch not that scary. Little intimidating, because now they're just going to have boatloads of mana. So those 5 cards in their hand are going to hit the battlefield pretty quickly. But I think we're going to be okay. We have a lot of removal. As long as we can get it out of our hand, we should be fine. Looks like a Reflector Mage, which actually makes this Anger of the Gods a bit better. Kitesail Freebooter would make me pretty sad. Don't want to see Kitesail Freebooter. Actually, Thalia's Lieutenant is also very good here. Saves Reflector Mage. They're doing something. Alright, we're gonna lose Anger. Temporarily. Soon enough, we'll deal with Freebooter. We probably Snap Bolt it. Yeah, I think we're going to Snap Bolt that Freebooter. Unfortunately, we don't really get to apply pressure while doing that, so we might just pass the turn here. Is there anything they could have that saves Freebooter from Snap Bolt? I think there's that one drop that I read about humans playing sometimes. I think it's like a 2-1. It might be new. White, 2-1. Gives a human indestructible or something until end of turn. I don't remember. I'm just going to go for the Snap Bolt on their end step, I think. Hopefully we'll be able to untap in anger. We definitely need to deal with that board. It's going to get out of hand very quickly. We're already on almost a 3-turn clock. Sure, they're going to draw some cards. That's going to make blowing up Aether Vial very good. If we sweep their board and blow up Aether Vial, we're going to be in a very good spot. How we're going to sweep their board and blow up Aether Vial, I'm not entirely sure. But if we do all of that, our opponent will be hard-pressed to win. At least for now. Horizon Canopy drew them some good cards. Well, it drew them a good amount of cards, I should say. One of those is foil, one isn't? That bothers me a lot. Shouldn't these both be foil because they're expeditions? I don't know. Go to combat for the opponent. We could chump that with Snapcaster Mage. If all goes to plan, Snapcaster Mage is going to die anyways to anger. So I think we are going to be playing this out in chump blocking. Target Lightning Bolt. They might have another Reflector Mage to bounce this, but that doesn't seem great. I imagine they want to hold on to the Vial activation until after we anger. If we hit a land, we can go Anger plus Delver, which isn't so bad. I'm really just looking forward to dealing with the massive advantage the opponent has on board. It's a lot. We did not have a fast hand this game. We did have a very interactive hand, which is nice. They are thinking about stuff, that or they're AFK. So we want to Snap Bolt, untap, we probably anger. Is there anything we could draw that makes me not want to anger? I don't think so. Even if we hit Pyroclasm, this will have 3 toughness. So I'd rather just deal with everything. Let's Bolt. Take out Freebooter. I don't think they have a 3-mana card that saves it. Land. Let's grab a forest. Really want a Destructive Revelry, but I think we're going to anger first. We'll get the Revelry off later. Go back to the opponent. And if they have a Mantis Rider, we're going to be in some trouble. Not entirely sure how many or what 3s they play. Malcontents, that's not scary. Interesting that they wanted to save that. Yeah, that makes sense. We had way too much life for them to settle with just dealing 5 to us. I would rather have the 3-1 as well. Here comes a human. It's another Thalia. Looks like they don't have a Mantis Rider because they would have put it into play. Wooded Foothills. Let's not reveal that. Alright, what are we going to do? We can Roast plus Revelry. Do I want to Roast plus Revelry? I don't hate that. We can fetch out a mountain. 3 mana to take this out. 2 mana to take this out. Even if they vial something in, hopefully we can throw this on 3 next turn. That's fine. I wanted to make sure I could still do this. Red, green. Oh, they didn't have a 3. That's cool. I appreciate that. We're going to keep Delver back just because it means Malcontents isn't swinging. Another Aether Vial, that's fine. Unclaimed Territory is A-OK. Lets them cast spells, but otherwise they would have spells that would be put into play. So, not super upset about that. Tarmogoyf, cool. That might turn the tide. Kind of want to swing at this point, but it's probably pointless. We poke them for 1, it's not going to change all that much. If they block, we just trade, and I don't love that. This is going to be a fast clock if/when it transforms. Graveyard is stocked enough for its reverse, which is good. Another Reflector Mage, Lieutenant. That's okay. Makes me kind of wish I had attacked, but we would have just gotten 1 damage in. That's not a huge thing. Delver. Alright. That's not fantastic. I think we just swing with the Goyf. I am going to play this out. I don't think I want to EE the Malcontents. That seems a little silly. It's not that bad. If we do that, we swing with both. But that's our entire turn. We don't play the Delver. I think I'm just going to swing with Tarmogoyf. Worst case scenario, we've got some chump blockers here. Not going to play out the EE because I don't know what I want it on. And we're in top deck mode, so we're not necessarily going to have anything to do with our mana next turn anyways. Do I need to block this? If they have a Thalia's Lieutenant, how much damage are we taking? If they vial in Thalia's Lieutenant and their other card is Malcontents, do we die? Lieutenant grows both of these. This would grow to 3. This grows to 5. We take 8. And then we take 4 off the Malcontents. I don't think we lose. But I kind of want to chump block anyways because I'm a little scared. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little intimidated here that the opponent's attacking. This could be a bluff. But I don't know humans well enough to say that I'm okay with this. Lightning Bolt would be great. Flooded Strand is less great. Think we still swing with the Tarmogoyf. If they vial something into chump block it, I'm not that upset. And we're probably going to EE the Malcontents at this point. Phantasmal Image. Okay. We might have to get rid of our Tarmogoyf. That's going to be sad. Throwing this on 2. Oh, we're going to take 4. I think we have to do it. Yeah, I'm going to EE for 2. I don't like it by any means, but I'm going to do it eventually. Not yet. We're going to wait a little bit. See if the opponent has another Lieutenant or something they want to put on the board pre-combat. Interesting that they didn't swing with the Tarmogoyf. If they did swing with the Tarmogoyf, we definitely crack this, so maybe they're trying to get us to not crack it. I do believe we're cracking it regardlessly. Then again, we're only saving 1. If we find anything that targets this, our Goyf looks a lot better, so maybe we just take this in the chin. What do we have that targets creatures that doesn't just win us the game on the spot, though? All of our burn spells win. Misty, we are not finding good things. I should have played this, actually, for Delver Scry. That was a mistake. We're not going to attack. Something that's nice about this position now, since we have this Goyf untapped at the moment, we can block Malcontents with it and then pop the EE to fog this and deal with these. Looks like we're both drawing pretty poorly, which makes for really unexciting games. A lot of lands on both sides. Pretty sure we both play 17 even. Humans might play 18, but I think it's 17. Yeah, you can't attack. Ha ha! That's fantastic. What do we got, Delver? Tarmogoyf. Alright. I think we pop this and then play that. That seems great. Deal with those. Draw a card. Put this guy into play. And I think we're back to just passing the turn. We're going to hold on to that Misty because we don't have a reason to play it yet. This is just extremely uneventful. How long has it been since we played that Delver? Like 5 turns? Easily. Reflector Mage? Reflector Mage is pretty good here. Yep. Now, we can chump block with Delver, but I think we are better off taking this. If they have... No, Malcontents... Yeah, that's not how that works. It's not when a human enters the battlefield, it's when this enters the battlefield. We're going to take this, because we do have ways of just killing them if there's a burn spell on top. So I'm not going to chump. It's a Serum Visions. That still works, potentially. Don't think we're going to need this mana, so I'm not going to crack it. Blood Moon, Serum Visions. Neither of these do it, so we're going to bottom both of those. Do that. We found Huntmaster. Bottom, top. Okay. We crack Flooded Strand, we grab a basic island, and we cast Huntmaster. That shuffles away our Lightning Bolt. Now, in order to survive, we would have to trade with this if we don't want to shuffle away the Lightning Bolt, which means Bolt's not great anyways. So, let's grab an island. Cast this guy. And I'm wondering if we can afford to attack here. If they violin a human, we might be in trouble. They can't violin a Reflector Mage, so that's good. I think we are going to attack so that they're dead on board. I think that's worth it. There's not a lot that they could have that puts us dead here. They need to deal with probably both. Especially since they didn't violin a 2 CMC human at the end there. They need to get rid of both of these so we can't block Malcontents. We can take a hit from Reflector Mage, that's fine. We also could have just not attacked so that we transform Huntmaster later and just kill them with 1 hit from the Aberration in the future. But that's a little weaker to future Reflector Mages, I think, since they could bounce this. And then we lose that ability to just take them out with the Huntmaster. So I think I like getting in for 3, forcing them to deal with both or just lose. They're trying to figure a way to deal with both. I feel like Blood Moon would have been decent here. We just block both of those, right? That's an easy block. Malcontents kills us if we take this. Lieutenant does not kill us. Malcontents does. Reflector Mage bounces this. That puts us very far behind, but then we get to play Goyf, and Reflector Mage doesn't stop Delver from coming back, so I think we're just going to block both. Force them to deal with the Delver. Reflector Mage? Yep, okay. Delver comes back. Serum Visions, we're going to start there. Tarfire on top, Delver on the bottom, Thought Scour you, pay blue, draw Tarfire, Bolt Face. Alright, let's go to game 3. I think I want to cut one more Blood Moon when we're on the draw, just because I'm a little worried about Blood Moons clogging my hand. I'm not sure what we're going to bring in. Spreading Seas probably doesn't do the trick. I like the idea of Thought Scour speeding us up, so I think we're going to do that. We're going to be on the draw here. This hand I don't think I like. Dismember is a piece of interaction, and we can dig for stuff with visions, but I don't think that's very good. This is much better. It's exceedingly slow, but it's much better. Reflector Mage is a really annoying card for us to deal with, given that it slows down Delver tremendously, sets back Mandrills due to Delve, and yeah, I'm fine with that. Even bothers Goyf quite a bit, given that we only run 12, 13, 14 threats. So chances are if they're bouncing a Goyf, there's a good chance that if we have another threat, it's another Goyf. Land go. We might end up bolting something. We probably won't. Oh, they missed a land drop. That just means they have a bunch of action, though. And that Aether Vial is going to make that action very live. Let's get a Steam Vents. Mountain. We could play out the mountain so that we could bolt twice, but I think I want to fetch out a Stomping Ground. If they vial in a Hierarch, I probably kill it. I'm definitely killing Champion. Hierarch. Do I want them to have mana, or do I want to save my bolt effects? I'm going to save the bolt effects. Killing things like Freebooter is probably going to be more important. Lieutenant, okay. Trigger on the stack, vial in another human? No? That's interesting. We're going to Tarfire. They don't have a 2 CMC human in most likelihood. So what does that mean for us? Once this takes up to 3, they're going to start slamming dudes. Once they hit another land, they can use the Hierarch profitably, but I kind of want to take out the Lieutenant, since that's actually a threat. Also, we can EE on 1, which looks very nice here. They did have a 2 CMC human? Another Lieutenant, maybe? Yeah, that's good. That's good for them. Not sure what we're going to do now. We definitely want to crack this. I don't know if I'm going to pay Shock on that Stomping Ground. I don't think I'm going to get a Forest to play around Blood Moon. I might just kill this Lieutenant. Untap, roast something. We definitely still want to go for that Lieutenant since it's much bigger. Steam Vents. Okay, we can roast. We can EE on 1 to set them way back on mana. I think that's the play. We can always roast later on. I think that's where I want to be. Cutting them off of mana and slowing the clock way down as well. Another Hierarch. Maybe we want to roast that. How did we lose a turn or something? I cracked EE. Oh, they played Hierarch on their turn. Okay, that was weird. It looked like it was on our end step. 4 card types. Traverse, Snap, Bolt. Maybe. Maybe. Traverse, Huntmaster. Doesn't happen all in one turn. We can't traverse any green card and play it. We can traverse and roast. Oh, we can traverse out a Huntmaster and roast the Hierarch. I like that a lot. We're going to keep trying to cut them off of mana. Huntmaster should do a lot of work as far as dealing with the actual threats now. Play this tapped. We're going to keep our life total higher. Definitely not high. Champion, sure. Lieutenant is going to start to be a pain now. Forked Bolt. How does that help us? It takes out Champion, which I kind of want to do as soon as possible. Doesn't deal with the Lieutenant, but we're probably okay with that. Dealing with Champion's probably worth it. They found their second land. Double blocking seems very bad. Racing also seems quite bad. But we can take this. I was hoping Huntmaster would transform on their turn. I screwed up. Maybe we shouldn't have taken that. I'm not sure. Huntmaster still blocks very well. So do we just turn the corner? Hasty Nux hit them for 10? I think it's Hasty Nux hit them for 10. What about Hasty Nux hit them for 8? Leave Wolf back? No, I want to hit them for 10. I don't think we're in danger of dying right now. We have at least one more turn. Land plus Malcontents doesn't kill us. Land Mantis Rider doesn't kill us. What about land 1-drop Lieutenant? No, they scooped. Cool, we took the match against humans. That's fantastic. Let's update OBS. We are 1-1. Definitely better than 0-1. Winning against humans always feels very good because it's not a fantastic matchup. Let's hop into another one. Wow, that was fast. That makes up for having to wait a very long time for the first one. We're on the draw this time. Opponent playing first, we have a land, a Thought Scour, and a Mishra's Bauble as far as mana goes, and I don't think that's worth keeping. Well, I can't say I'm excited to go to 5, but I also don't think I'm keeping that. That's much better. Let's bottom that. Yeah, we bottom that. Thoughtseize makes this hand a lot worse, but it also makes that 6 quite dreadful. So I don't think I'm going to be upset. If I'm the opponent, I'm actually considering taking the Thought Scour here, because it's going to slow us down quite a bit. Taking the Mandrills is probably an easy choice, just because the rest of the hand is pretty anemic, but at the same time, you take that Thought Scour, and we are going to be very, very slow. Yeah, we're just going to go straight for that Serum Visions. I don't think it's much of a contest. Visions on turn 1 is much better than Scour. Yeah, I want to top both of those. It's really sad that we're not going to be able to play both. Having to fetch a green source is going to be quite a disappointment. Unless they present something that we should bolt. That's possible. 1/1 Death Shadow? No? Thought Scour? Oh, it's a Delve threat. Okay. That's bad. That's bad for us. Looks like Grixis Shadow. Haven't played against that very much recently. Gurmag Angler. Okay. How are we going to deal with that? How are we going to deal with that? We can Scour, but that's not very good. I kind of want to not play a Tarmogoyf yet, so we can draw the second Goyf, because I think we're going to need it. I think I'm willing to give up the tempo for the fact that we'll have an extra Tarmogoyf instead of a random card. Serum Visions, sure. We can also go Goyf plus Scour next turn, so that's not the worst. Inquisition, sure. I think I'm going to have to pause the stream after this, maybe continue tomorrow the rest of this league, because it's getting to summer now, and it's very hot in this room. I don't think I can play 2.5 hours of Magic straight at this desk. We're going to take 5. Draw that Tarmogoyf, grab a basic forest, hold up Thought Scour. We're not in a good spot by any means. I imagine they have a Fatal Push in hand, but we're going to try. We're going to try. They hit us for 5. I don't think they run a lot of bolt effects, but I should watch out for Kolaghan's command as reach, so we're pretty close to dead next turn, I think. We're going to scour ourselves here, hopefully grow that Tarmogoyf. I don't know how much good that's going to do, though, because I'm assuming the opponent has an answer in those 4 cards. It seems likely that they have an answer. I wouldn't be that concerned with a Tarmogoyf if I was on Grixis Shadow. Fatal Pushes, probably 1 or 2 Liliana of the Veil. Snapcaster Mage, tons of cantrips to find them. Terminate. I imagine they have a lot of answers. Snap Visions, maybe Snap Inquisition. I wonder what we go for here. If they do go for the Inquisition, which they do. Do we scour or do we bolt? If we bolt face, they go down to 8. Puts an instant in the bin. Goyf is a 4/5. But we need a Tarfire exactly to deal with Snapcaster Mage and grow Goyf to 5/6 to finish them off? No, they would be at 8 after the bolt, not before. So bolting here is very bad. We're going to let that resolve, probably scour. Maybe we were supposed to bolt the Snapcaster Mage. Looks like they don't care about that, so we are probably stuck into doing it anyways. Or we hold off, hope to bolt the Angler. I think we're going to bolt this. What do we got? Forked Bolt. That is untimely. That is very untimely. We're going to have to chump this. And it's going to be very bad. We can attack, though. So I think I'm going to attack and hope they don't have reach. Do we just Forked Bolt them here? Maybe. Probably not, though. I don't think they have any more hand disruption. It's pretty unlikely. It's possible they do, but it's kind of unlikely. Kolaghan's command. They had the reach. Alright, we're going to scoop. They don't need to know we have a Forked Bolt. Probably doesn't matter, but we're going to scoop. Let's go to game 2. Grixis Shadow. How are we going to sideboard? Shadow. Where is it? GDS. Alright, we want Vendilion Click. More threats. Threats that also have a roundabout way of dealing with their answers. Blood Moon. EE to answer Shadow. Basilisk Collar. And the Huntmasters. Sweeper's Counterspell is not great. I don't love Spreading Seas because they're pretty blue. They are more black, so maybe it's not bad, but I don't really like giving them islands usually. We're going to trim the Mandrills because they do a very terrible job of contending with their creatures. Gurmag Angler and Tassiger Laugh at Mandrills quite a bit. Cut that Forked Bolt, because it kills Snapcaster Mages. That's about it. And then 2 Mana Leaks, 2 Stubborn Denials. It's possible I should drop the Spell Snares as well, but they're kind of good. I kind of like Spell Snare against them because of Snapcaster Mage. Also Terminate, but mostly Snapcaster Mage. We're going to be on the play. That hand's a pretty good keep. Don't think we're going to be Spell Snaring anything on turn 2, just because, like I said, their main 2-drop is Snapcaster Mage, and you don't really look to snare that. Well, sorry, you don't play that out on turn 2. Hopefully Snare comes in handy eventually, though. We should be able to get something. Street Wraith doesn't necessarily mean they're going for Shadow this game in particular. They might just have a Street Wraith and want to draw some cards. They're probably holding off on a removal spell until we show them what the top of our deck is, but we're not going to do that. Don't think we need to go... actually, maybe we should have played this for Delver Scry. That could have been a mistake. I wanted to save life, so I went with the Breeding Pool. To be fair, Delver's probably going to die soon enough anyways, but I don't know if I like that. We don't need Bolt plus Snare, so I'm totally fine with having access to only 1 mana. But I don't know how important the Delver Scry would have been. Looks like an Opt. Ooh, Thought Scour, forgot. Somehow I forgot Grixis Shadow would be playing Thought Scour. Well, I didn't really forget they had Thought Scour, but I assumed there would be an Opt. I don't actually know how many Opts they play, or even if that's a mainstream thing they do now. I think shortly after Opt came out, Grixis started playing it. Don't remember if it was 4 or just a couple. I think some people were on 4, something like 16 lands maybe? Maybe 17. Don't know all that much about Grixis Shadow. Looks like we're on the Death Shadow plan. Can we have 2? Can we just have a really good Engineered Explosives? No. In that case, we probably try to bolt that. Might want to untap to play around Stubborn Denial. Probably do. Dismember. Reveal that. We're going to bolt. See if we can kill that Shadow. They might have a Street Wraith. That would be very bad for us. Then again, they might want to just use the Street Wraith preemptively instead of hoping to get us. Maybe not. Maybe you do wait. See if we go for the Bolt. They didn't know about our hand, so I'm not sure. Looks like Scour, okay. They're digging for a Street Wraith, I think. Probably was planning on end-stepping that Scour anyways, so they figured do it now just in case they hit. Surgical, nice. Very nice. Don't think we care about them looking at our stuff before we dismember, so this is fine. That's the only denial, I think. View sideboard. I believe there are 2 in there. Yep. They got to look at how we sideboarded, but they only exiled 1 card, so that's not a huge deal. Bolt's gonna resolve. We're gonna dismember. Yeah, even if they have a Street Wraith, Dismember kills them now, so we may as well just get that done. Instead of waiting, then they might find a Street Wraith. Plus, we want to hit them with this Aberration. So I don't really want to let this Shadow get any bigger. Snapcaster Mage not going to scare us because we have Spell Snare up. So that much is good. I imagine they're going to have a removal spell for this aberration, though. Then again, once we hit a land, Huntmaster comes down, so... we might get there. Might not, but we also might. Basic island, because our opponent doesn't want to go into bolt range, I imagine. Kolaghan's Command. Get back Death Shadow. That's pretty good. I don't think we're going to fetch here because I would actually like to draw land. Mishra's Bauble. That will play. And I think... no, we're going to crack that immediately. We're better off cracking that now. Serum Visions. That's actually pretty good. I don't hate that. I probably like Visions more than a random card. I want to crack this now instead of on their turn, because we might find some interaction, and I'm not that scared of Thoughtseize just because we have Huntmaster in our hand. If they have a better Thoughtseize target than Huntmaster of the Fells that we draw, we're not in a terrible spot. We still have Huntmaster, so I don't know. We draw another Huntmaster, a Tarmogoyf. If we don't find a land, we might want to just EE. I'm not sure if we go for EE or Visions. If they can interact with the EE, we still get to Visions. So that's not bad. If we find a land, though, I don't know what I want to play. Delver. That makes me want to play EE on one. Let's grab a basic island of our own. Play that. See if that resolves. If it does, we're probably going to take out Shadow. If it doesn't, we're going to go Visions plus Delver. Yep. That's fine. Visions first. Another Visions. Bauble Obsession. I don't think we're going to chump block this Shadow with Delver. I'm going to hope they don't have Temur Battle Rage, sorry. So... transforming Delver is actually a bit of a concern for us. Now, we also might just settle for this Obsession, but I don't think that's worth it. Mishra's Bauble puts us a turn behind as far as drawing a card goes. So I think I'm going to play Delver and hope for the best. It looks like we're going to fizzle out here with them at 5, but we might pull this off. If we find a land, we get to play Huntmaster, which is good. And if we find an instant or sorcery, Delver transforms, which could be good. Flashback Dreadbore? Flashback Dreadbore, sure. That means we're far from winning. I don't imagine they have Temur Battle Rage, because if they did, we'd just be dead. So we are going to take 8, and now I think we need a land to live. Echoing Truth. That lets us survive. We're going to bounce this now in case they have a Stubborn Denial in hand. Let's draw a card. Nux. We're going to top this because it's a forest. That way we don't have to fetch. This is going to hit us for 2. We go down to 3. We crack the Foothills. We go down to 2. And then if we shock, we're dead. Bounce this. That way they can't denial it. Go to them. We're going to take 2 off of Snapcaster Mage. I don't think we have an out at this point. We take 2, we go to 3. They play Death Shadow again. We crack the Foothills, get a basic forest. We're at 2. We play Huntmaster, we gain 2. Everything is okay. Never mind. They have enough power. We need to block Snapcaster Mage and Death Shadow with this Huntmaster end token, so we're just going to die. We are just going to die. We're going to gain 2, lose 2, deal with their Snapcaster Mages. We're actually going to get a mountain here, just in case hasting this in steals us the game. If they crack this delta and don't have an answer to any of our stuff, we actually might take this. Chances are that's not going to happen, but I'm going to give them the option. That's probably a fatal push, which means we're dead. Yep. GG's opponent. That is going to be all for today's stream because it is very hot in here and I don't think I'm going to make it through another 2 matches. So, thanks to everybody who stopped by. I don't know if I'm going to stream the other 2 matches of the league. We're taking out this snap. Actually, we're gonna let the wolf survive. We're gonna die, but it may as well live. I don't know if I'm gonna stream the last 2 matches of the league. Might just play those and throw them up on YouTube, so if you want to catch that, make sure you check. The list, I think it's on Twitch. Yeah, there's a post on Twitch somewhere. One of my first ones, if you guys want to see the list, there's a link there. Anyways, thanks to everybody who watched. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.